The twin island republic of Trinidad and Tobago sits just a few miles off the Venezuelan coast, about 7 miles at its nearest point. Right in these waters lies the Dragon natural gas field. It's a reserve Trinidad has long hoped to tap into, together with Venezuela, to help secure its energy supply. But a rising political friction is straining that cooperation.
He has not been good to the United States.
Washington argues that Maduro has acted against U.S. interests. Over the past several weeks, American Marines have been conducting training exercises in Trinidad, prompting speculation that the U.S. could be positioning forces there for a broader regional operation. While several Caribbean governments have criticized the U.S. campaign, Trinidad's Prime Minister has largely supported Washington's efforts. Just weeks after the U.S. launched strikes on what it called drug-running vessels, Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar met with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The two agreed to Trinidad's gas proposal, which now ensures Trinidad gets all the advantages and Venezuela does not. The field lies between both nations, though Venezuela holds most of the reserve. Soon after that meeting, the U.S. issued Trinidad a special OFAC waiver, allowing Port of Spain to continue negotiating the gas deal with Caracas without running afoul of U.S. sanctions. Around the same time, open source analysts began sharing images of U.S. surveillance aircraft operating near Trinidad. They also highlighted satellite photos showing American special operations vessels stationed just off Trinidad's shores. By late October, the U.S. presence became even more visible. A U.S. Navy ship docked in Trinidad and the two countries launched joint military drills with the elite Marines from the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit. These developments angered the Maduro administration. Venezuelan officials condemned Trinidad's Prime Minister, declaring her persona non grata, and accusing Trinidad of letting its territory be used as an aircraft carrier against Venezuela. Then in November, U.S. Marines arrived once again for more training exercises. At the center of all of this is the Status of Forces agreements between Trinidad and the U.S., updated at the end of last year, which outlines how American troops can operate on Trinidadian soil. Historically, cooperation focused on disaster response and humanitarian missions, but this administration, elected on a strong law and order message, has expanded the military relationship dramatically. Part of the reason? Trinidad and Tobago's soaring crime rate. Last year became the deadliest on record, driven largely by gang-related violence.
I can tell you one thing, we stopped all drugs virtually from coming in by sea.
Officials have boasted that maritime drug flows have been sharply reduced, and despite reports of bodies washing up on beaches and civilians dying in U.S. airstrikes, the government continues to support Washington, arguing that the operations will help make the Caribbean a genuine zone of peace, where people can safely live and work. But the rising tension has rattled the public. Fishermen are afraid to venture out, and ordinary citizens fear possible retaliation. Trinidad is already facing consequences. In October, Venezuela suspended energy cooperation.
Suspendido todo.
And although Trinidad's government has not stated whether it backs any U.S. push for regime change in Venezuela, experts say that the country's territory, waters and airspace could become a strategic part of whatever unfolds next.